Welcome you all again in the second tutorial of machine learning with Python. Let's first examine the popularity of this Python. So there is a very specific tool on Google which is available as Google Trend. Let's find out. So you have an option to find out the Google Trends wherever it is in India or outside India in any specific area. So here we have an opportunity to find out the popularity of a Python language. So anything you can search on, but here as we are concerned with the Python, so we are having a concern of Python to find it out. Let's see. We can check out everywhere. Let's seeking it in the last 12 months or under the last 5 years. This is what the status in the United States. Let's check the same for the worldwide. Over the last 5 years, it has been increased from 25% approximately to now reaching to the more than 100%. This is what a trend of use of Python. This is what the search people are finding out and searching out on the Google. So this makes you a more comfortable and more desirous in the area to learn about the Python. So let's move on with the tutorial 2. Here in this tutorial, we'll again go for same. We have using here. Also generally number of the candidate scholars were asked to me that is this Python platform is need to install. Yes, obviously you may install it if you're going for Anaconda package. Later on in the later videos I'll make you explain how you can install them, how you can utilize them. But right now, because you people are just feeling a lockdown situation, so here this is a wonderful tool which you can utilize even your mobile phone too. So that's why I'm using a Google Colab platform, which is an open resource platform and available everywhere. So during that, let's find out again. Just type on Google Colab as we already did. And opening this Google Colab, as this Google Colab opens, it shows you all the files which are stored in your Google Drive account. So we have seen it here. This is our first program we have created in the previous tutorial. That's good. That all are the codes we have written in the previous tutorial. Now we have a target to understand today whether only these numbers can be utilized within the Python programming or some other data types are also available. So let's begin with all different type of data types. So first of all, we should go through the first data type, which is called numeric. Here, if suppose you wanted to indicate this one, so in the Google Colab, you have to go for this. By making this hash, you can write any comment. So the first data type is numeric. It consists of all the numeric codes. Second data type is string. Third data type is list. Fourth data type is tuple. And the fifth and most important is dictionary. So here we have written a basic broad categories of the data type which can be used within the Python. So let's begin with one by one. In the previous tutorial we have already talked about the numeric data. It means all these coding details like the integer, floating value, exponential values, type, and all these comes under the category of the numeric data. It means it deals with all sort of the numeric data that we have already discussed in the first tutorial. Now talking about the second, which is the string. A string is basically a sequence of characters, sometimes symbols, and sometimes the combinations too. So here the Python provides you the facility to deal with the strings too. Let's see how we can write a string here. Suppose that I wanted to utilize one string and I'm assigning it a variable. So you can go for like taking an example a equals to and storing this value as a string using inverted commas and writing welcome to Python. So now basically this string is now combination of characters that can be used anywhere as a data. If suppose we try to run this program, an important thing, remember, you should be connected over here with the local server of the Google to run all this program, so it shows no error. So finally, let's see if we want to check whether this kind of a data has been taken by the Python platform or not. How we can check it? So anything which you are assigning in the form of a data, there is a very specific command, very specific script which is used is print. Print, you have a data as A. So now if you run this program, so the output is welcome to Python. So anything you can assign here into the form of a string, any character combination you may have in the form of a string, and all these strings can be taken into the form of an output while using print script. Taking another example, this time we are assigning b equals to how many peoples are interested in Python. Let me guess, 1000. So now we have a combination of all the characters as well as the symbol. Let's check out whether it shows error or not. It means it has taken an assignment. Finally, let's print out b. Print b. Now run this code. My goodness, now the thousands of people are interested in Python. That's a good thing. See, now what is the importance? Fine. Now you people are really able to understand that here not only the numeric value 5, 4, 3, 24 in the form of numbers, but other than a sequence of characters can be assigned as a data, and the data can be put up in the Python at anywhere wherever is required. So let's see example where we require such kind of a thing. So as in the machine learning we are talking about, so the kind of a data input of anything. Your data may be form of some values or some sort of a statements. Suppose that talking about an Alexa. Alexa is an artificially intelligent device. In this case, you are just putting some sort of an input to it. Hello, how are you? It means a kind of a character set you are giving to it, and the basis of the data input, which is a string, the decision has to be taken by the Alexa. So under this situation, so many areas in the machine learning, when you are making your device more smart, data interpretation and data interruption may be into the form of a string. There you require to deal with the different phenomena of the strings. Now let's try to understand whether this kind of a data can be merged with each other or not. That is called as a concatenate to two strings. How we can concatenate to two strings here? This is what to understand. Under this situation, let's find out. If suppose we have a string A here, welcome to the Python. Let's make a marks of exclamatory here. And then we are printing it A and running it on. So we are getting a change. Welcome to the Python. And another, how many people are interested in Python? So well, this is to be taken as a question mark and running it on. And during your processing, we want to make this as a complete program. So we may go for one operation, which is a plus sign. The plus sign helps you to concatenate the two strings. So we are finalizing it and running this one. Welcome to Python. How many people are interested in Python? Surprisingly, 1000. So nice. So this is what how you can concatenate the two different strings. It means not only the one number of the strings are there in your data set, all these can be concatenated. This is a feature, and different kind of a multiple application and operations are eligible on the string section. So let's begin with the another category of the Python data type, which is a list. So we have what kind of a list it may be. So simply I'm indicating it here. The list is a nothing but carrying of sequence of data in some ordered manner. So hash list. So what kind of a listing may be here? In the general language, you already know that sometime we create that how many things we have in our bookshelf. It means what are the category of the bookshelf, some of them science, some of them from physics, is like that. And simply sometimes we are just carrying the list of the things in our bag, and sometimes we are carrying a list to go to a market, to a shop, to purchase a grocery shop, to purchase various kind of things. So that is what a listing. So while we are just talking about the numeric data as well as the character or the strings are there, we should also go for the listing of a data. How it can be executed? Let's see an example. For an example, I'm just taking one list here, assuming I have a data value of something x equals to, taking it into array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have created it. And again, as I've already told to you, that if suppose you are looking to find out this value as an output, you have to print this value. So printing this on the output screen, let's see what it gives you the result. It's wonderful. So now you have listed all the values of numericals. Like from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, these are the listed values in an array. Similarly, if your list consists of some numbers as well as some characters too, so how we can write them? Let's see it. Adding, suppose that you have something and something in the form of character or a string you wanted to add. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What are these? If suppose you are having a sequence of books here, so you are just creating your list. So using square braces you can create a list, you can create an array, and let's see what is an output. Sometimes this type of error is being shown because of the indentation error. It means you have used some white space lines, so you have to take care about that white lines are not allowed. This kind of errors may be there. Oh, now this is removed. So well, now you have a complete list of 9 books. You have a sequence of book number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, and finally what are they? They are the books. Similarly, that kind of a listing you can create in any sense, maybe into the form of some numeric numbers as well as some characters as well as some symbols, or into the form of a combination of all these. Remember, while you are writing the characters and as well as a string, you have to use these commas here, character comma. So hope so. Now this third category of the listing is clear to you, and you may find out the different attributes. Similarly, this is not only the limitation to write like that, number of combinations. We'll take some examples in the programs later on the behalf of that, where you would be able to understand how you can list your different values. It exactly depends upon what exactly you need, what kind of a list you want. So create that list later on in examples. So after listing this different kind of numeric values as well as the data and the strings and the character, let's move to the next data type, which is tuple. So we are moving to the next one, which is called as a tuple. So let's begin with this. So here we have a data type as a tuple. Tuple is another data type which is a sequence of data similar to list, but it is immutable. That means data in a tuple is write protected. Data in a tuple is written using parentheses and comma. So the data which were used in a list was editable, immutable, but here in the tuple it is immutable. If you wanted to change, you have to create your data, recreate your data. You have to recreate your data if you want to change it. So let's begin with that. Tuple. If you wanted to make your tuples the data which is immutable, you may write like, suppose you have just taken an example, s, this to be taken as variable, equal to, you may have a combinations of, but you have to use the parentheses here, 1, 2, 3, fine. Looking for more, we have a character, hello. Further we need some sort of the symbols and some denotations are there, that can be hello, again having 1, 2, 3 and 45, comma, if you're looking for more, top 50. So So similarly, if you want to get this data to be printed, so you have to move on with this tuple, and if you wanted to get this value printed out on your output screen, then same command, print s. So while you will be printing s, you would be able to see your tuple. So now you have your list 1 2 3 hello 1 2 3 45 top 500. So this is list, but it is non-editable. It means immutable. It cannot be changed once it is being designed. As you will move on with your program, with your logic, then you would be able to understand where this tuple will be required. So let's move on to the next one, which is the dictionary. So let's move on to the next. Hash dictionary. Dictionary is an unordered sequence of data of key value pair form. It is similar to the hash table type. Dictionaries are written with curly braces in the form of key column values. It is very useful to retrieve data in an optimized way among a large amount of data. So the most important part, what I am telling to you, it is very useful to retrieve data in an optimized way among a large amount of data. So machine learning Python is basically a language in which you have a large number of a data set, large number of the terms and conditions, large number of situations are being created, and under these situations assessment and analysis of data is extremely important. So here we are creating a dictionary. Let's take an example how the dictionary can be created in a Python. So take an example, let's we have a variable a. As I discussed with you, the curly braces are used for this purpose, taking care about that we have one column is to be used, and what exactly it is, let's say it is first name of anything. You have just taken one is the first name, second is nothing but the last name, and in the third list we have age. Age is to be taken as colon 30. So now among this dictionary, now you have just created your dictionary. It means one is what your first name, what is two, it is your last name, and what is age, it is 30 for an example. So what exactly it means, it's very interesting and very important while we are studying about the Python. So you have created a dictionary. Now you want to find out your value from a dictionary. As you assign 1, and your dictionary 1 is nothing but your first name, and you want to find out what is at your 1. So you simply write print, use the print command, parenthesis should be used. A is basically nothing but your variable what you have already given, and use basically square braces to find out what is at 1. Now simply you want to check what is at the value 1, which have you given a sequence as 1, what is at 1. So you can find out this value just only by printing it. So let's print it on and see. It's a first name. Simply if you see here you are assigning a code of the dictionary and the assigned value of it. Simply if you are typing it here, like in this example, rather than typing 1, if suppose I type the same one and using instead of 1 I'm printing the next one 2. So the first name and the last name both will be printed. simply in the next code, let's take an example. In the next code, if suppose I type here, because the third value of this dictionary is assigned as 30, so here we have that assignee and here the assigned value. So let's say we have to write this value. What is in it? This value is colon inverted commas h, and now we are printing it all. See, it is now 30. It means your dictionary tells you may have a large different type of a data and different type of a combination, and each and every combination can be retrieved from your dictionary. It means your dictionary is a black box. You kept the data in that just only in a formatted order, and whenever you require, by just getting its sequence, you can find out your data values. So it is really very much interesting and very much valuable. And this dictionary is really useful while you are just creating a program in which a large data is already there and your machine has to take the decision on the behalf of the pre-stored values. So this is what a dictionary. So today we have gone through basically 4 types of data, which is the numeric, and the second one is the character or the string, and third we have the list, fourth we have tuples. Tuples are also the same list, and dictionary. Dictionaries are also the list, but in different manner, so that you can easily retrieve data whenever it is required. So keep practicing all these data, keep practicing, keep creating your data, keep creating your list, and find out how you can access your data and what is your target program, what is your target concept for which this kind of a different data exact value will be required. Here, for the purpose of your interest, I can tell you whatever the program you have just written here, this program you can save it here in the form of file. You can easily save this one, and once you are saving this file, you can easily download your file here. You can easily download your file in the form of .ipynb format. You can download this file, can easily import, can easily export to the others. All these things are possible. So with the help of this, you can easily provide this. So I'm downloading this one. So anybody is requiring till now can mention their request in a comment section. I'll share this to them. So hope so. You might be liking this video. This is the tutorial number 2. In this tutorial, we could be able to understand that what are the basic data types of Python library. So in the next video, we'll go for finding out more valuable and more interesting relationship, more interesting aspects and scripts and commands and tools where we can utilize these categories in the classification. Till then, bye bye, take care.